Hey guys, Ashley here for Real Buyer Agency and John Scott Bothell. Here with May's monthly market update of the residential real estate markets of King and Snohomish counties, Washington. In this video, we will look at the market statistics and contributing data that ran through the month of April, briefly checking in on how 30-year fixed mortgage rates trended nationally, before moving on to look at key local market data that was sourced directly from this month's Northwest MLS public release. In these videos, we attempt to break down a handful of charts in a little detail before finally providing a complete summary for the current market outlook at the very end. If you're just looking for some quick info on one specific market aspect, or you just want a summary of the current market as a whole, please feel free to skip ahead to the relevant section. Depending on which platform you're watching this on, you'll find detailed chapters and timestamps on the video timeline or in the description below. All right then. That said, let's get started.
So starting off this month with the 30-year fixed mortgage rates. These are provided by Freddie Mac. These are weekly averages that are released every Thursday. The week ending April the 1st was 3.18%. Then we dropped down the week ending April the 8th to 3.13%. The week ending April the 15th fell to 3.04%. Then the week ending April the 22nd, we fell to 2.97%. The week ending April the 29th, we went back up fractionally to 2.98%, just that 1 basis point. And now here through the first 2 weeks of May, we've come down back below 3%. The week ending May 13th, which is the most recent data at the time of recording, averaged at 2.94%. Okay, moving on to the local data. Newly active listings. For the month of April, King County had 4,602 newly active listings. Snohomish County had 1,898 newly active listings. In King County, that means a month-to-month increase of approximately 11.78%. And in Snohomish County, that means a month-to-month increase of approximately 19.07%. When we compare this April versus April of last year, we can see that in King County, newly active listings are actually up by 70%. And in comparison, Snohomish County is up 55.07%. But having said these statistics, we do need to keep in mind that the real estate market in April 2020 across the country was actually massively affected due to lockdown last year, and people were trying to adapt to the market, so people took a pause or a hiatus to kind of check the situation and feel things out. And so even though it did bounce back as we went May and June, April itself was a little pause in the market, particularly on the listing side. So these numbers, as dramatic as they look year to year, are largely irrelevant. We should probably focus more on the month-to-month data. Total active listings. For the month of April, King County ended the month with 2,212 total active listings, and Snohomish County ended the month with 632. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 25.04%, and in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 88.10%. When we compare this April versus April of 2020, we can see that in King County, total active listings are actually down by 32.04%, and in comparison, Snohomish County was down approximately 49.16%. So as we can see, even though year over year, April saw a lot more in terms of new listings to market in that month, these total active listings demonstrated what's happened over the course of the past year, in that a already low inventory is being driven consistently lower. Pending sales. For the month of April, there were 3,977 total pending sales in King County. And Snohomish County had 1,630. Total pending sales here account for properties that went pending during the month, not inclusive of pendings that run over from previous months, and with any property that may have gone pending more than one time during the month only being counted that single time. In King County, this means there was a month-to-month decrease in pending sales of approximately 1.90%. And in Snohomish County, there was a month-to-month decrease in pending sales of approximately 0.06%. So not a lot of an adjustment there. When we compare this April versus April 2020, we can see that King County's total pending sales were actually up by 77.07%, and in comparison, Snohomish counties were up by approximately 44.25%. Again, this is just reflective of the fact that we're in more of a normal market this year, and last year, well, we still had stronger demand on the buy side relative to the complete drop-off in April of listings. Still, buyers are in much more force. It's much more of a normal market this year. Switching over to price charts, starting with the median listings price. For the month of April, King County's median listing price was $750,000, while Snohomish County's median listing price was $675,000. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 2.88%. And in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 3.85%. When we compare this April versus April 2020, we can see that in King County, the median listing price is actually up approximately 0.13%, so only very, very slightly. While in comparison, Snohomish County's was up approximately 14.42%. And finally, our graph for the median closing sales prices. For the month of April, King County's median closing sales price was $750,000, and Snohomish County's median closing sales price was $630,000. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 1.35%, and in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 3.71%. When we compare April 2021 versus April 2020, we can see that in King County, the median sales price was actually up approximately 15.38%. And in comparison, Snohomish County's median sales price was up 24.14% year over year. Obviously, this is pretty dramatic. Again, this is not super new news, but whenever we see these kind of numbers, it does make you kind of stand back for a second. That since April 2020 to April 2021, in Snohomish County, the median closing sales price has gone up 24.14%. That is a very dramatic appreciation.
So in summary, the current story of the residential real estate market in both King County and Snohomish County is not too dissimilar to that of the last few months. The market continues to see increase in sales prices spurred on by extremely attractive interest rates, very strong buyer demand, and limited available inventory. However, compared to March, April statistics showed positive growth month to month, both in terms of numbers of new listings coming to market and in terms of total number of properties available. This could be something of a one-off blip, but it could also demonstrate that at these prices and in this competitive environment, some potential buyers are growing fatigued and simply putting their home searches on pause for a little while. If this very short-term trend of increasing inventory was to continue though, we would anticipate finally seeing both listings and sales prices begin to level off in the coming weeks. But we must also recognize that if interest rates start to decrease substantially again, we could certainly continue to see prices rise yet even higher. Okay then, that does it for our main market update. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful and subscribe to the page or the channel. And feel free to reach out with any questions you may have. Also, I would be interested to learn how you are feeling about these recent dramatic price changes. Are there specific price points you are targeting in order to buy or sell? If so, please post those in the comments section below. Otherwise, as normal, I hope this finds you well, that you are enjoying our warm start to May, and as always, continue to stay safe out there and have a great one.